What's up, guys? Swift here. Today, I wanted to talk about the value of the number 9 pick, which I believe is the key to the entire NFL draft. I have a quick video about that today, and then a special show afterwards.
See Swifty smirking over there. Well, guess what, Swifty?
Stay tuned for more on that. But today, I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about the number 9 pick in the draft. I discussed it recently with both Adam Mason and Herb Howard, but I wanted to elaborate on the subject a bit. While most of the media just rehashes rumors and talks about the QB debate to no end, I always like to take a different approach with my content. One of the things being overlooked this offseason is that the Bears have 2 picks in the top 10 of the 2024 NFL draft, not just one. Pick 9 is also extremely valuable, not just because the Bears can land 2 top 10 players, but because both picks will be extremely attractive to teams that want to trade up. I think everyone has already discussed the possibility of trading down from number 1 overall, but with everyone saying we're taking Caleb Williams, not enough people are talking about trading down from number 9. The ninth pick in this year's draft is a real pivot point with enough blue chip talent that there is guaranteed to be a couple of studs still on the board when we pick. I've talked about the terrific 10 as far as offensive players in this draft already. There are 3 quarterbacks, 3 receivers, 3 offensive tackles, and 1 tight end that set atop most teams' draft boards. Of course, every team's board is going to look a little different. That's what makes this pick even more enticing to trade. The Bears can give a team a chance to come get the best defensive player in the entire draft. If a team wants Dallas Turner, Jared Verse, or Liatu Latu, they can come get him. If a team wants to take the top corner in the class, come get him. If a team wants to trade up and take JJ McCarthy or a quarterback that's still on the board, come get him. Other teams should be interested in moving up. Another point here is they could be coming up for a tackle. Think about who picks behind us, the New York Jets. Everybody has the New York Jets taking an offensive tackle. If Olu Fashanu or Tali Fuaga, or even both, are still on the board at number 9, the Bears would be a perfect trade partner for a team that wants to come up and jump in front of the New York Jets, who pick right behind us. One of the biggest connections in mock drafts this year is the Jets landing one of these offensive tackles. The Bears are in a perfect position to let a team jump them and take the tackle right under their nose. But those are just a couple of scenarios. There are also multiple teams behind us in the teens that could want to come up for a QB too. Rumors are the Vikings, Broncos, and other teams are really interested in JJ McCarthy. Trading down with the Broncos or the Seahawks and letting them steal the Vikings quarterback, that's another intriguing scenario that I wouldn't mind. The biggest issue with trading down at number 9, though, is we're going to get way less value for it. Let me explain real quick. If we trade back just 1 or 2 spots from number 1 overall, we should be able to gain a ton of picks. It's not the same at number 9. In order to get just a second round pick, we'd have to drop down about 8 spots to pick number 17. It's possible we could get a second by just dropping down to number 15, but think about that. We have to drop 6 to 8 spots just to get a second round pick. If we drop 6 to 8 spots from number 1 overall, we would gain 3 first rounders and multiple seconds. So the value is just not the same. This is the biggest thing people don't understand with the number 1 pick. It's just so valuable in a trade. Also, you have to consider that with everyone saying we're taking Caleb Williams number 1, if that's true, that means we only have 4 other picks in the draft. So in theory, I think we almost have to trade down at number 9. If not, we wouldn't pick again until pick 75. There's just too large of a gap there. Between pick 9 and 75, we have to trade down from that 9 spot, and there should be multiple trade scenarios likely presenting themselves on draft day. And for the record, it's highly unlikely the number 9 pick is traded before the draft unless it's involved in a pick swap or a Justin Fields trade. This pick would be traded during the draft, most likely once we're on the clock. Okay, I'm going to put a chart up on the screen here so you guys can kind of see the value of the number 1 pick. The number 1 pick is worth 3,000 points. The number 2 pick is worth 2,600. So the fall off from pick 1 to pick 2 is 400 points. Meanwhile, pick 9 is worth 1,350. Pick 10 is worth 1,300. So the fall off from pick 1 to 2 is 400 points. The fall off from pick 9 to pick 10 is just 50 points. And it gets worse than that later on. Pick number 75 is only worth 215 points. Think about that. Our third pick is worth 215 points. Our fourth pick is only worth 72 points. Pick 1 is worth 3,000 points. Pick 9 is worth 1,350. If we want to gain a ton of draft capital, we have to trade one of those first 2 picks. And the number 1 pick is by far the most valuable. We get at least the equivalent of a second round pick just by dropping from pick 1 to pick 2. And that's without paying a premium. With the position we're in, teams would pay a premium if they were to come up for the number 1 pick. In some proposed trades, the Bears' number 1 pick is worth 3,000 points. Most experts project other teams would have to get close to 3,800 or 4,000 points for the Bears to even consider an offer. That's like having 3 more number 9 picks. That's crazy. Or as far as our third round pick goes, that'd be like having 20 of them. No joke. That is the absolute value there. The number 1 pick is worth more than 25 times what pick number 75 is worth. This is what it's all about. I think too many fans want to try to make it Justin Fields versus Caleb Williams. We're in a great position going forward, no matter which guy is our quarterback. But if we take Caleb number 1, we almost have to trade pick number 9. And to the people wanting Rome Odunze or Malik Neighbors at number 9, I don't think they have any chance of falling there. If we want Odunze, we would have to either trade up from pick number 9 or trade down from pick number 1. And we don't really have the draft capital to trade up from pick number 9 if we take Caleb Williams. We also recorded an hour-long show on the MODG podcast today with David Kaplan.
Swifty smirking over there. Well, guess what, Swifty?
Check the link in the description below for more on that video. It should be starting up right when this video ends. Remember to hit the like button for me, guys. And until next time, bear down.